See, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling him. When you will wake up, you're already in the room, and you can see me and your mother. Like, we will welcome you with a smile.
Just a few hours after Arvin was placed on the operating table, the promise his cousin had made was a promise she was able to keep.
Look at that smile. You are such a beautiful smile. You can't close your mouth because you're so happy.
I'm happy. She's speechless. She's very happy. She can now sleep well.
This being Arvin, though, perhaps it was only fitting that the surgery he had waited 16 years to have involved complications.
In surgery, the heart got a little distended, what happened was it's called ventricular fibrillation. So the heart was fibrillating, and it took a while before the heart started to beat on its own. But once it started beating on its own, everything was fine. So after that, we're like, everything's okay.
With every passing day, and at an alarming rate, Arvin proved to his medical team and to himself that he would be more than just okay.
Just 3 days after Arvin received life-saving surgery, he was doing so well, doctors moved him out of ICU. You're doing good, right? Yes. Glad to hear that. Now, one person on this mission who did not wish to be identified told me he was so moved by Arvin's story that he promised to buy Arvin a pair of running shoes.
Arvin tells me because of his condition, he'd always been afraid to go running, and that he would often stay home while his friends went out and played. With his surgery considered a success, it's a whole new ballgame for Arvin, and it's a ballgame he's determined to be a part of.
So hopefully you just get stronger and stronger.
Yes. Yeah.
And pretty soon maybe you'll be running?
Yes.
Yeah?
And remember those sneakers that Arvin was promised? Well, he finally has them. Here he is wearing them. And no doubt he's dreaming of putting them to really good use. I'm sure he will. Arvin can even use the little girl who we're about to introduce you to for inspiration. This remarkable young lady was among the first Filipinos to receive heart surgery through the gift of life. We'll share her story right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Earlier in this broadcast, I mentioned this is actually the second medical mission to the Philippines for Duke University. The first was back in April of 2013. One patient who can certainly be considered a success story is a young girl who you're about to meet.
Just about every day after she gets home from school, you can usually find 9-year-old Shello involved in a heated game of badminton against one of her brothers.
Shallow, you hungry?
No.
No. You want to play?
Yes.
Badminton, without question, is Shello's favorite sport. And while she and her brothers enjoyed the chicken and soda that one Rotarian had brought over for lunch, Shello was much more interested in being a kid and having some extra time to play. Shello's mother, Rachel, often watches from the sidelines as her daughter flicks birdies just outside of their home in Quezon City.
I'm so much happy, and I want her to stay that's so active. She has so many plans in her life.
While Shello's mom can now look ahead, making plans for her daughter's future was a much dicier prospect just 18 months earlier.
Shallow's father, Paul, who I am sitting right next to, drives this contraption, which is called a jeepney. It's a very popular form of transportation here in the greater Manila area. However, it doesn't necessarily earn him a lot of money.
Shello's mother says her husband's job as a jeepney driver just never earns him enough money to pay for the expensive operation that their daughter needed. Doctors at the Philippine Children's Medical Center tell me the base fee for a private patient to receive that surgery is close to $15,000. The base fee for a charity patient is around $5,000. Rachel says it wasn't until she learned about the Gift of Life Foundation from workers at PCMC that she began to feel hope.
When we're starting to get a checkup here, and they told us that there's a Rotary Club, so we tell to other one member of the Rotary that we want my daughter to be operated, but we don't have financial, so they help us.
Rachel tells me her whole world changed when her only daughter was just 2 years old and developed a cough. Turns out it was much worse than that. Doctors here at PCMC told Rachel they wanted to do some additional tests after their initial exam caused them concern.
Suddenly heard something in her heart, and that's starting that they She undergone ECG due to the echo, and they say that she had a open heart illness.
That condition would occasionally cause young Shello to go blue. One of her surgeons, Dr. Andy Lodge, explains.
Being blue is sort of lay terminology for being cyanotic or having a lower oxygen content in your blood. And the reason that happens in kids with congenital heart defects is that the red blood with the oxygen mixes with the blue blood without the oxygen, and so overall the oxygen content in the blood that's circulating in their body is lower. And correcting the heart defect generally corrects that.
With her daughter selected to receive surgery as part of the Gift of Life mission, and with that surgery considered a success, Rochelle finds it incredible how in just 1.5 years, her daughter bears no resemblance to the weak child who you see in these pictures. Instead, Shello is in great health, loved by family, and above all else, she is happy.
You feel strong?
Yes.
Yes? You feel happy?
Yes.
Yes? When you wake up in the morning, do you have a smile on your face?
Yes.
Yeah?
I just look at her with perfect.
Do you ever think sometimes, why did this happen to my child?
Yes, of course. But I know that God has always have a plan with us. Every struggle, she always have this answer.
Shello tells us her favorite subject in school is Filipino, and that she loves school so much she would like to be a teacher. Well, this does it for us now, but the stories continue online. Go to our website at fios1news.com for more information on Gift of Life International. Plus, we'll have more stories from the Philippines, including how doctors make the difficult decision of selecting only 10 patients from the dozens who apply. Plus, in their own words, what the medical staff takes away from this mission. Also, the families of patients share their gratitude for the life-saving surgery. We thank you for joining us for this special presentation, Healing Hearts, Giving the Gift of Life. I'm Ron Lee, and for all of us here at RNN and Fios One News, we wish you a wonderful holiday season.